Bellhouse.
Welcome to VH1 Storytellers. Hey, what the fuckers?
Bellhouse, Brooklyn, how's it going? How'd you enjoy our introduction? Was it fascist enough for you? Bumping that Wagner.
How many of y'all like Wagner?
We're coming live from our base in Antarctica.
So, how's it going, guys? We're glad to be here with you at Brooklyn Podfest. Here at the Bell House, as you can see, we are, for the first time, Team Chapo. I mean,
we all signed the trillion-year contract.
Well, when we went to L.A., some of you may know when we did L.A. Podfest, we all converted, we became Scientologists as soon as we got off the plane and took a personality test, which is what happens when you go to L.A. Unfortunately, that wore off as soon as we got back to New York. But
yeah, there's so many fucking Thetans in this town.
As soon as we got back and had the good Mexican food again.
De Blasio said that he's building low Thetan housing, but I just don't see it.
But now we're back in New York, and what can I say? We're all just really big fans of the Hale Bop Comet now. So
it's going to take us, folks. Believe in it. Because what else do you have to believe in, honestly? If it's not the Hale Bop Comet, it's nothing.
I'm not wearing the same tracksuit as them. I'm wearing my Spanish national team tracksuit. And, I just want to make a statement. This is a bipartisan statement. I don't care if you're Marxist-Leninist, Social Democrat, the other stuff. We can agree on one thing. There's one Spain, one language, it's Castilian. Galicians are an invented people. Let's go. Let's do it. 2017, one Spain. Let's go, baby. Captain Vidal.
We're not repping any particular country. It's very much like Macbeth, where you have to decide and not tell anyone whether you're a Guido, whether you're a Chav. It's all in here and in here.
we're going to be playing a game a little later tonight called Chav or Slav. That's why we...
That only works because you insist on mispronouncing that word. It's chav, mate. Oh, bloody glass you. Yeah, everybody here is some variety of gangster, a Balkan pill dealer or whatever, Brighton Beach guy or, Satrial's patron. But me, I am just the guy who went to Golden Corral really meaning business.
I'm the scariest gangster of all. Ben Stiller and Royal Tenenbaums.
So, before we begin, I just want to speak on a serious issue here for a second. Something that happened today that we're all very upset about. We stand with Drill.
Yes.
Free him. He's innocent. Or don't dox him, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, Paul, stand up. Let's have a round of applause.
Don't quote his tweets at him at Chipotle. That's all I'm asking.
As a response to Homestuck fans doxing Drill, I am stepping down as the creator of the Homestuck, whatever that thing is.
All right, I still don't know what the fuck Homestuck is.
It's very simple. It's a comic book that teaches people it's okay to be weird.
So it's an actual book. It was a comic book that was published, like DC or something.
No.
Well, what the fuck was it then?
It's a website. It's online. It's a web
It's a comic that's also a website?
Well, it's also a game. It's
wait.
digital in effect.
Those are three different things. A comic is not a website, it's not a game.
Well, Matt, if you tried to explain what we do to people, they'd be like, what? You're a radio show that's not on the radio?
No, see, you're done there. It's a radio show that's not on the radio. Done. You can press a button anytime and hear it. You don't have to tune in. You're finished explaining it.
Well, Matt, Wikipedia says it's like Ulysses.
Well, what's that?
It's a book. It's a book. It's weird.
It's a book about everything.
I guess all I do now is just have these guys in a room and they all reference things from the internet and I just get more and more pissed. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Lil Peep died? What is that? What is
Too
that?
soon.
Well, what is a Lil Peep? I don't even know. I'm asking questions. Wow,
Doing journalism.
A lot of people really love the First Amendment here. They want to shout me down and silence me just for asking questions. Just because I don't know what a little peep is. Is it a snack? Is it a candy?
It's very simple, Matt. Lil Peep was a mumblecore rapper. No, rest in peace, Lil Peep, though.
I'll take your word for it.
Speaking of things of technology that we find vexing and ever churning and making our lives better.
You ever
or
notice
worse.
that smartphones actually just make people stupider?
I got a little follow up though on I don't know if you listened recently. I got some follow up news on the app.
Greta Van Sustren's brainchild.
It's called Sorry. I can't believe Milton Brothers, Parker Brothers, or whoever owns the Sorry game hasn't sued her yet. But it's the Sorry app, and since we recorded our reading series on her sort of launch of the app has actually gone live. It's launched. It's live now. You can download Sorry app on your phone. Use promo code I'm Sorry to get 15% off your first apology. But
It is we all downloaded it before the show, and it's the most pointless thing to exist.
says you've got nothing to apologize for, Matt. Your
True.
soul
I am
is
blameless.
clean as fresh sheets.
Clean as
However,
a pre-shirt sheets. I'm good, but the thing is that all you can do on this thing, this is the only things you can do, is you can record a video apology and then upload it into a stream, and then other people can vote on whether to accept it or not. That is it. The top apology on that site, which I believe is Greta Van Sustren's, the owner and conceiver of it, has, I think, 20 views. It's not catching on. Reddit is doing better, honestly.
funny you ask. So to kick things off here tonight, I am for you guys here at the Bell House in Brooklyn Fod Fest right now. I'm going to record an apology on Sorry app. So here we go. Now, when you go to add your apology, Sorry hits you with some suggestions on how to apologize. And it says, before you hit record, here's a few friendly tips. No great apology was ever made while angry. False. I've only made apologies while angry.
Yeah, have you listened to Stain's discography? Got it out at the second try.
Tip number 2 is body language and eye contact can speak louder than words.
Eye contact with what? Your fucking phone?
Wait, what contact?
Eye contact.
You're sending an image to millions of people, presumably. How are you going to make eye contact with them?
Well, if you look at the camera, it's like the way news anchors do. It's like they're looking.
Well, then
at
you don't need to be told that. That's obvious. This is stupid.
That's the title of my TED Talk. Making eye contact with the entire world.
And number 3, I think most importantly, just be honest. Just be understanding. Just be you. You've got this.
You've got
You
mail.
do.
All right, so here we go. Time to apologize. Okay. Here we go. Hi, it's Will Menaker here on the Sorry app live at the Bell House in Brooklyn. Feeling a little contrite, feeling a little humble, ready to say the words, I'm sorry, to the Bell House Brooklyn venue for what I did to the green room just a few seconds ago, because certain items in our rider, which are clearly laid out when we agreed to do the show, were not met. Agreed upon items that were not met at all, and indeed flagrantly violated. I'm sorry for the property destruction, but I'm agreeing now to bear some of the cost for the damage done. So I'm sorry, just trying to do better. But again, like the concert rider is a contract, it's an agreement. We all agreed on it beforehand. I'm sorry.
I accept.
Let the healing begin.
So I'm going to just post that right now. Okay. Review apology. Do I want to caption it? Personalize it? Nah. Just going to submit. All right, guys.
By the way, this is an actual non-joke. We we downloaded that app and we put up joke apologies before the show. And I looked through it displays a wall of apologies that you can scroll through in the public feed. And one of them was, "Sorry, I didn't eat that ass."
On that note, I have an apology to do myself. This is the second apology in the Greta Van Susteren apology app in all caps. All you guys are going to be in it, but I'm recording myself. Hey, guys. I'm sorry that I tried to use tokens to tip Will during his apology. I first noticed that something wasn't working when he didn't remove any of his clothing. I'm used to other video interfaces like Chatterbait, Russia Chat, Eastern Block Honeys. And I just expected the customs of those mediums to carry over to this new one. And I'm sorry to the app, and I'm sorry to Will. And Will, if you take actual hard currency instead of tokens to behave in suit, we have like 20 minutes in between shows.
I'll wait to accept that apology when it posts to the official "I'm sorry" feed.
All right.
And then I can decide whether I accept it or not. But I appreciate the gesture.
All right, who's next?
I got one. Let me just dial up my app here. Beep, boop, bop, boop, beep, boop. Stage business. Duck face for the win. I want to apologize to each and every person out there, online and in real life, who I ever told that their shoes look like a fam. In point of fact, your shoes were great. They didn't look like a fam. The truth is that I felt like a fam. And I wanted everybody else to feel like a fam too. And so I hope you'll take my apologies and go out into the world wearing those shoes in full confidence that they are in fact fleek and not at all a fam. Thank you. Free Meek Mill, whoever that is.
Thank you.
Got the audience back on your side, Matt.
All right. I have a brief one. Okay. I want to say I'm sorry to the haters for shining so hard. I'm sorry to the uggos for being so cute. And most of all, I'm sorry that I sharted on that Afghan your dead grandmother made for you.
Hey,
You got an apology for us, bud?
I didn't do anything wrong.
Fair enough.
All right.
Moving on then to other news of the week. So we mentioned it on a previous show. I just want to take in the moment now to check in on the status of a certain wager that has been made between Virgil and Matt over an upcoming special election in Alabama. Would you like to update us on the stakes and the state of play?
Matt, how are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling very confident. Yeah! I'm not worried, fam. Not in the least. Yeah, so we bet on who is going to win the special election in Alabama, Roy Moore or Doug Jones, most
Matt's
well-known.
gonna have to touch a piece of poop.
Yes. Doug Jones, of course, most well-known for his work with Guillermo del Toro in films such as Pan's Labyrinth and Hellboy. But yeah, the polls right now are showing a consistent lead. I believe you can confirm this, Virgil,
Doug
for
Jones,
Mr.
the last
Jones
four
and me.
polls have a lead of at least 3.
Mr. Jones and me, wanting to be big stars, go to Washington. So yes, the polls suggest that Doug Jones is going to win. I scoff heartily at those polls, the same polls that showed Hillary Clinton as a shoo-in to win, which is why we all scheduled a fucking live show for election night, because we thought it would be fun for everybody. Because we thought we'd all have like a laugh, and then we'd see the results and all take a nice sigh. Oh, okay, we avoided that. But instead, halfway through the fucking show, we get news, oh yeah, the world is on fire and you're all doomed. And we had another 40 minutes of comedy that we had to fucking do. All because some goddamn polls told us that Hillary Clinton was gonna win.
Well, it was hubristic to title that show Normal World Will Never End.
So I say to those polls, sir, I ask you to stick them where the sun don't shine. And I say instead that I believe in the people of Alabama. I believe that they will make the worst and most indefensible and most monstrous choice that they can.
Well, I mean, what Matt is saying, and I agree with, and I think all of you agree with, Roy Moore, no matter what he's done or people say in polls, he has good ideas. And that's going to shine through.
You know, I found out a lot about Roy Moore in the last couple of weeks that I never knew or wanted to know. Like for the fact that he was almost fragged by his own soldiers in Vietnam for being a piece of shit.
Yeah, they called him the pedophile Marine because they were jealous of him.
Yeah. He was basically Doug Niedermeyer from Animal House, but they didn't kill him.
Well, I don't know if this is ethical or not to do when there are stakes being involved in a wager with people on the show, but...
I just wanted to say there's one other fact I found out about Roy Moore, is that he lived in Australia for a year as a young man, right? And from what I understand, he moved there because he thought that on the Southern Hemisphere, the age of consent laws go the other way.
Called the Coriolis effect.
Yes, exactly.
Well, you know, there is a wager being placed among my co-hosts, but I think we may affect the outcome of this special
Nothing
election.
will affect the outcome of this election.
We may try because breaking news: a secret source has sent us on Only Us, and we're the only news source that has these. A gigantic trove of Alabama high school yearbooks of a certain era, and we are now going to read you live for the first time the unseen, unedited Roy Moore yearbook inscriptions. So the first one reads here, Stacy, like it says in Leviticus, speak to the Israelites and say to them, when you bring an offering to the Lord, bring as your offering an animal from either the herd or the flock. Anyway, I hope you stay part of the cool flock and school band. Stay neato and have a great summer. Your pal, Roy.
Totally innocent.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's normal.
I got one that's a little weirder, though.
Go for it.
My dearest Annabelle, long are the nights I await your sweet voice. My service to this country as assistant district attorney hardly seems worth it, with brother pitted against brother. And not brother in the way that black people mean it, not like that at all. Now that your school year is coming to an end, I dream of the day I can pick you up from the roller rink in my Burger King-sized sedan with horns on the front of it. Until then, I remain dedicated to my service to the Confederacy by arresting urban teens for wearing their socks too low. Forever yours, Roy Toy.
I got sent one as well. My beloved Tiffany. Remember the strength of David as he faced Goliath when Sherry is being a total bitch in home ec. Remember the faith of Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego as they were cast into the fiery furnace when Janet tells you that your jean jacket is busted. And remember Jonah's forbearance in the belly of the Leviathan when the cheerleaders don't invite you to the spring fling even though they invited Allison and she didn't even go to a single game all year. Never change. No, seriously, never change. Roy boy.
I got kind of a long one because I'm closest with our source, Julian. I mean, anonymous, but here we go. Lucinda, as I've always recited to you, Woe unto the Ephesians who came out of their valley of wickedness to know Elam's daughter, until one by one they begat beasts of the sea and land that consumed all of Elam's family, his court, and the unjust bread bakers of the city of Sot. Each man must pay 3 times his firstborn child's weight in salt to atone for the iniquity of Sot, forever and ever. Amen. Wow. I think that verse says a lot about our friendship. You know, it's true that sometimes you meet someone who you think you'll hate because they're a 16-year-old JV volleyball player and you're a 33-year-old assistant district attorney. She wears short skirts. I wear a little root beer-colored leather vest that holds my little gun for baby infant pussies. You get it. But the more you get to know each other, the more that you realize you're more similar than you could have ever known. You just plain rock. You've taught me so much. You're going to camp this summer. And I used to think only Jews did that. I hope you bring the same smartness, cool attitude, and kindness there that you graced this school with in your sophomore year. And that you don't come back as a Jewish person. If you do, I'll learn to accept it. Because friendship is about taking someone where they're at and where they'll go. Kill the UN, Roy Moore.
Oh, mine's kind of different. Hey, Trevor, eat a dick. You are a huge bitch. If I see you at the mall again, your gay ass is dead. Assistant District Attorney Roy Moore.
My man did nothing wrong.
Oh, God. We're delightful.
So we'll see how that news shakes up the national news cycle and the special election in Alabama when this hits the airwaves.
I
He's gonna
shan't be
lose.
touching the poop.
You'll be touching the poo.
No, my friend. You will be the one touching the poop.
We shall see who will be the person.
No. I've already gazed into the future in my mind tunnel, and it has told me what happened.
As Leonard Cohen once sung, I've seen the future, brother, and it is poo touching.
Yeah, Virgil touching poop.
It's December 9th, 2017. In 30 seconds, I touched the poop.
Just another bit of breaking news or current events before we move on to the main part of the show tonight. I just found this today. This is some news out of the music biz, where there's a new country music song takes aim at kneeling during the national anthem. Of course, an East Texas country music star has released a new song. Neil McCoy debuted his new single, "Take a Knee, My Ass, I Won't Take a Knee." Say that 10 times fast. Take my ass, please.
Hey, Colin Kaepernick, I got a place where you could put your knee.
Yeah,
I just took a knee, and boy, is my ass tired.
you motherfucking Colin Kaepernick, I'm going to take every GQ issue with your face on the cover, and I'm going to wipe my ass with it. Even though the really heavy, the glossy stock just shreds my hemorrhoids and turns the bathroom into the chainsaw scene from Scarface.
I was looking really forward to this month's issue of GQ. I wanted to know what Chris Hemsworth was like when he's not acting. You ruined it.
So, I think let's hear a little bit of "Take My Ass," please. So here we go.
Damn, son, where'd you find this? Racist jazz standard.
This video looks like the assassination of Benazir Bhutto.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Yeah, that's right. Not any of those other United States
I'll
you might have heard
stand and place
about.
my hand upon my heart every time her anthem plays. When I see somebody on TV take their stand on
Oh, I'm
me,
so mad.
whether it be on AstroTurf
Oh!
have no object permanent, so I think it's a small man in my room.
Free. And I say, take a knee, my ass.
Yeah! Will you do? I got a goldfish in my brain.
Thank God I live
If you were to cut my skull in half, it would just be a gerbil on a wheel. My favorite thing about that is, like, okay, you can make fun of him for being a dumb reactionary, but honestly, he just knows his audience.
Yeah.
Like, modern country music is just disgusting, just palaver that these people cynically shovel out to these rubes who they think they understand. It's like, yeah, you should put a truck in there in America and troops. It's like every modern country song should be called,
who is
this good for
listening
you,
to
you
it?
fucking hillbillies? That should be every fucking song.
No, but hillbillies are listening to hip hop from 10 years ago. They're all wearing G-Unit
No,
shirts.
these are the people. These are the people who pretend.
Yes.
These are the people in suburbs and exurbs who've convinced themselves that because they have an F-150 that they're cowboys.
Yeah.
The famous F-150 driving cowboys of the Great Plains. And they think, yes, because I live in a gated community, and they've got a little like a longhorn steer on the fucking arch above it when I drive through after punching in my security code. That makes me a fucking cowboy.
Yeah, I'm just a frontiersman who spent a combined 30 seconds outside of air conditioning since 1982.
Does anybody remember the song Chicken Fried by the Zac Brown Band? In my mind, this is the peak of modern country. No song will get better. If you don't know what the song's about, the title is pretty self-explanatory. It's about how awesome it is to eat chicken fried steak.
What about the Jason?
True. Show me the lie.
No, it's true. It says, this whole song is little bit of chicken fried, cold beer on a Friday night, pair of jeans that fits just right. It's just a list of, like, fun things to do in America.
If we didn't start the fire for people with hearts.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. It's we didn't start the fire for people who've been to a pizza ranch. But then there's one verse of this song that stops the whole thing, the whole narrative about having Friday night chicken fried steak, to say that we got to thank the troops because their sacrifice allows us to eat chicken fried. That's the song. They felt the need to throw that in there. And just the patronizing nature of that is so disgusting. And I just like to think that there was a guy in Iraq who seconds before he bled out after getting fragged by an IED was thinking, yes, I'm dying for people's ability to eat chicken fried steak.
I love using my Xbox controller on the highway of death, and just so people can go to Golden Corral. I think the most iconic country song is the Jason Aldean song where he raps and talks about beating up a guy because he talks shit on Facebook. That's the real lifestyle.
That's our lifestyle.
Yeah, that's my life. I'm constantly fighting people over headphones.
So, if you're going to spend Friday night, having a beer, some chicken fried, and looking at nice girls, chances are you spent the whole week leading up to that doing mind-numbing drudgery of some kind. I'm talking about work. I'm talking about work, folks, is what we're doing. We're working for the weekend here, as the song goes. And that is the main theme for tonight's show. On the actual podcast, of course, we do the reading series. Fans of reading? The reading series?
Reading is for chumps.
Yeah,
Reading is for people who are listening to the show on headphones while working out or pretending to work.
Yeah, reading sucks.
Viewing series are
watching
for alpha
TV.
chads who come to the Bell House to see a live show.
Yeah. That's right.
I bet some of you fucking virgins sound out the words in your head. Not anymore. You're going to hear them.
So yeah, this is our very first, for you, this audience here at the Bell House. Not even the second audience that's going to come here tonight, but you are the guinea pigs for the very first ever Chapo viewing series. And the theme for this viewing series is, like I said, work. And we have curated a selection of videos for you that are intended to be watched as part of being part of a team. If you're wearing
They're
your
mandatory
tracksuit.
fun.
Yeah. It's the fun that's comes part of being a team and getting a paycheck and wearing uniforms like we're doing here. So I think you'll learn very early on that there's sort of a theme to these, into the sort of the lessons that the people who created this video wanted its intended audience to receive. And chief among them is that joining a union is really, really bad.
It's for squares, y'all. I'll tell you what's not on fleek: organized labor.
Yeah, collective bargaining.
Healthcare plan looks like a fam.
But before we get into that, I mean, unions obviously have been in the news, and by the news I mean the media, because there's been media union news. So, of course, they're covering it. And just breaking today, Vox has decided to form a union. Yeah?
They created a new stack. And it's like, what is a union? Click.
So, we support them, obviously. I mean, well, not Vox, but their union, for sure. But,
yeah, these are the only strikers who, if the Pinkerton showed up with a Gatling gun, I'd be like, okay.
well, but, I mean, like...
Fair enough.
Like, as you're going to see in these videos, it's hard, to convince your fellow employees to join the union, and there are always going to be some people who, maybe don't think it's such a good idea.
Yeah, just born subjects. Just natural born peasants.
Company men.
Company fucking men to the bitter fucking end.
Men like male, technically men people.
Yeah.
Should we,
male-esque figures.
Yeah, who is the scab that we're going to put on blast
my
now?
old friend, German Lopez.
German Lopez. German Lopez, who sounds like one of those Venezuelan opposition leaders whose family came to Venezuela by way of Dachau.
He sounds...
Like my dad was a very strict counselor at a summer camp in occupied Poland. And let me tell you about the Maduro dictatorship.
Yeah, my dad, he was a great guy. He rehabilitated convicts of all ages by, a work program. And, now we're going to get Venezuela on track.
German Lopez sounds like one of the fake names from episode 1.
Yeah. All right. German Lopez, whose head looks like a bullet. I am against Vox Union. I know writers who want a union as protection for laziness, which will make a lot of things worse, including for writers.
I don't know if it allows laziness. Seems like it'd be pretty great.
Why the fuck would you
on.
even become a writer in the first place if you weren't looking to protect your laziness?
Yeah. If you think work ethic means anything, you'd be working in a fucking railroad, driving spikes.
I don't know, says the podcasters.
Exactly. We're even higher on the totem pole. We're the galaxy brain.
We're the galaxy gut.
All
Hold
right.
on.
All right.
German...
Unnecessary.
Esteban de Hitler is not done. The final tweet in his missive is the most debased thing I've ever fucking read on the web. When Chief Keef used to post more, there would be like 500 replies that would be like, fill my hole up with cum. Yeah. Give me a baby so I can abort it. They're very horny for Sosa.
Is that guy in the Navy? Who is this? Chief Keef? What is that? What is he? Is that? I don't understand. Chief is like that's an honorific.
Rank.
That's a rank, and Keith is a first name. I don't understand.
Keef with
He's
an F.
keefing valor.
Wait a minute, it's not Keith. It's not Keith. It's Keith with an F.
Matt hasn't listened to rap since rapping John Wayne. But no, this is the most debased shit I've ever read, probably ever in my life. Vox Media is a generous company. Unusually so for digital media, and some people want to take advantage of that. First of all, what the fuck? Second of all, are you okay, Vox?
The follow-up to that tweet is just gagging noises.
Ezra, do you need a back rub in these trying times?
I love being a little baby and sitting in Ezra's, just feeling his warm wonk bosom against mine, thanking Father for nurturing me. Fathersgifts.xls.
Oh, Matt Iglesias chews up the spreadsheets and regurgitates it into his little bird mouth.
All right, is that enough of the good German Lopez?
Vici Lopez, yes. That's all
right.
tweets for tonight.
All right, let's get into this. Let's get into this viewing series. All right, this first video comes courtesy of Kmart, And this is a very specific, like, we're going to see, like, a number of different
How many of
strat-
y'all like Kmart? Is anyone still from Kmart country? Because
I grew up in Kmart.
Yeah.
You know what else? Okay, Kmart. All right, everyone. Yeah. Let's hear it for Shopco.
Oh, that's a deep cut.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
about Shopco.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to see, like, the first of many sort of tactics that are taken in these videos. And the first one is, that you're going to see here is making the workplace seem really fun and cool with an awesome song. So here we go.
Ooh, it's avant-garde, anti-art. Very David Lynch.
Kmart by Harmony Korine.
So I just want you to note the contrast between the music and this building that looks like the bleakest place imaginable. Here we go.
We have fun at Lubyanka.
I get out of bed.
Okay, this is Elvis Costello.
Kmart I go.
This is 100%.
I got a lot of work ahead, but it's reassuring to know
Every one of us is wearing a girdle to prevent getting hemorrhoids from stress.
The people I work with at Kmart are folks on whom I
Wave along with the video, please.
Am I getting paid to stand here and wave to this camera that's here during lunch break?
Kmart's come to count on us.
This is the pilot to Saturday Night Live.
We got our start.
Everybody's here. Real Farley.
That here in Noonan, we're making our own job security.
Everyone's wired on amphetamines because we've been working overtime for a month. Every one of the shirts you're wearing, you saw on a hipster walking around in Brooklyn.
Yeah, this is the Adam Friedland collection.
All right, that's enough of the singing and waving.
You guys,
I'm into
Kmart
it.
sounds like a great place to work.
So if you're seeing everybody in the Kmart distribution center, and as soon as the camera finds them, they're all smiling and waving.
Yeah,
It's just how they are.
yeah.
It's like David Attenborough found them and was like, they wave as a sign of their appreciation for their employers.
Here comes the union organizer into their habitat.
All right, so that's where you have you get people on your side with a cool song, a cool upbeat song that again is contrasted with the working in a building and location that looks slightly less cheery than, I don't know, Bulgaria pre Soviet Union collapse. All right, so next one. All right, this one comes courtesy of Target. And this is a little bit more sophisticated. This is like they're really going to give you, the employee, the straight dope on why unions are not for you.
Can I just say that the first kind of ethical consumption argument I ever heard was about Target? And people were like, oh, I don't go to Walmart. I go to Target. And it was actually difficult because we didn't even have a Walmart yet. We had a Kmart. So, like, it was not even on our radar.
All right, so this is the ethical company, Target.
That's right.
Welcome to Target, where we know you'll have a terrific experience. I'm Doug.
And I'm Maria. And even if you already started working here, you're already part of an important team in a great Target store.
All right,
That's right.
start doing the
Now, you were
drinking
chosen to
game
work at
every time
our
they say the
store
word
because
team,
we think you'll help
open
us achieve our
discussion,
vision of
open
being the best
conversation,
company
or
ever.
family.
You'll
Or
probably
guests.
learn something new every day, at least for a little while.
There'll also be a lot of challenges, but there's nothing we can't solve by working together. The leadership team and your fellow team members are anxious to help you and to make working at Target a positive and rewarding experience.
If you ever have a question, all you have to do is ask it.
Yeah.
Everyone here from the CEO down wants you to
Yeah,
be
go to the
successful.
CEO's door.
And in fact, Target
Complain
prides
about how
itself on
Sherry
our
won't give you those
open-door
weekend
policy.
shifts anymore since she
Ask
said
your
her hair
team
looked
leader,
bad.
Ask your ETL or ask any supervisor.
Go to a
Their doors and
stockholders
every
meeting.
door are always
At
open
the end
to
of this
you.
tape is a CEO's
And
address,
what you have
home
to
phone
say.
number, and school
Two-way
where his children
communication,
go.
fair dealings are a key part of our culture and a key part of our success.
We're in a very competitive business, and we're changing all the time. We have to, in order to stay ahead of the other guys. Now, just a few years ago,
hoi polloi
we
at
really didn't sell
Walmart.
that much in the way of
He
grocery
means
items.
ISIS and Al-Qaeda.
Now, well,
Makes those at Target.
we're a Target because we're a
Target.
Was the World
the
Trade
unions
Center.
that represent grocery store workers.
When we take business away from unionized grocery stores, that means they need fewer employees.
And fewer grocery store employees mean fewer union members. And fewer members, well, that's a problem for the union business. That's right. I said business.
Yeah, that's right,
Union
folks.
Business.
As opposed to Target.
Here we go.
A union is not a charity, it's not a club, and it's not part of the government. It's a business.
A union is a
that
business.
has to take in money to survive. But it doesn't have any products
that
to sell.
just wants
All
your
it has
money.
is memberships
It
to
doesn't
sell.
care about
a
you
union's
as a
only
person.
source of income
Unlike
is the money
Target.
they charge members.
Money for initiation and dues and fines and assessments. You get the picture. So it's
Big
pretty
bus
obvious that fewer
memberships.
members there.
So,
The union might tell you they just want to give you hand jobs with eye contact, but actually,
this is the first major theme of these videos. Well, you'll notice they started out, and the two team members tell you that Target is your friend. Target is an open door policy from the CEO
Absolutely.
all the way down to you, and that's what Target's just all about. Whereas a union just wants money out of you.
Ooh.
A union is a business, unlike Target.
Family.
So,
Target, family, union, business. That's easy.
we're going to see further examples of this tactic, but what I think is fascinating is the way in these training videos they project all of the shittiest aspects of your employer onto a union. A union is a business who's out to exploit you and get the most out of you for the least amount of money possible.
I call it Target. I just
That you and my sassiest aunt have something in common.
I've never shopped at a store without an armed guard, so I don't know
The
what you
union
guys
would want to organize us here at Target.
Yeah, union memberships are down, and here's why.
If the unions did try
Felix
to
only goes
organize
to
Target team
stores with
members,
names like
they could also
6
try and bring
t-shirts
along their
and a
way of
DJ.
doing business, an
And that's all they have.
old-fashioned, rigid structure.
Old-fashioned is right. Being able to change quickly and adapt to new opportunities, being flexible. That's the key to running a successful business in
you
today's
put your
market.
your,
and we've got the
ankles behind your
flexibility
head?
now.
Right you are. No one knows exactly what could happen, but there are lots of examples of how rigid grocery store union contracts
Rigid
could
grocery
hurt our
store
store's
unions.
ability
Are you
to serve
tired of
guests
the rigid
and actually
union
hurt our
contract
team members
grind?
in the process.
Here's what we mean.
Here's the nightmare realm.
Let's
of
say you're
unionized
working
employment.
in stationery, but you're walking through domestics on your
Your
way to
life
check
is
on
a
something. A
beautiful
guest
dream.
stops you and asks for help.
A guest
What
stops
would you do? Without even thinking about it, you'd stop and give them any assistance they required.
And then they
But
thank you
what
for giving you a
union work
brand
rules
new
say
car.
you can't work outside of your
Here's the
department?
dark realm.
What do you tell the guest? Sorry, I can't help you? That makes you look bad. But more importantly, it means
She's
our
just
guest
leaving her
doesn't
there.
get
She's going to
immediate
stand there
attention.
until she dies.
And he
of
might not
thirst.
come back.
With no
So
direction.
everyone gets
Am I
hurt.
being detained?
Everyone except the...
God, that looks like a nightmare.
Imagine
A world where I can't stop on the way to my mandated lunch break to tell someone where to find the curtains.
Ma'am, why don't you tell me where to find the linens that aren't made by Orientals?
I do like how she starts with, this makes you look bad. As someone paid $10 an hour to herd a bunch of feral suburbanites around a fucking Target, I'm like, yeah, and?
Yeah, when a middle manager...
I already look in the mirror and feel bad. What difference does this make?
I want to be respected by the ham-faced cretin middle manager with a hot tub when he comes into my store and just thinks everyone with a name tag is his temporary slave. I want him to like me. I'm normal.
All right, the last item from this Target video I want you guys to watch is just okay. I want you to pay attention to this incredibly hard cut that they're going to make, and just this left turn out of nowhere, like going from the two nice team members to something else. So check this out.
Because the union needs your dues money, at some point you might be asked to join. We'll talk about the tactics organizers might use in a minute.
Like
But
putting
first,
a union
it's
card
important for you to
in a
know
big
Target's
hole, and
philosophy
then
on
putting a
unions.
Check this out. Whoa,
I'm Jim
whoa!
Router. Team members have the right to join unions, but they also have a right not to join a union. Experience has shown us that
He's
after learning the
broadcasting
facts,
from that weird space
Target team
prison
members
in
agree
Superman.
union representation is not in their best
Hello,
interest.
I'm Alan
In fact,
Pinkerton the Fourth.
not one group of Target
join
team
the
members
union, I'll
today
fucking kill
has
you.
chosen to be represented by a union.
You remember
Ultimately,
me as
what
one of
works
Christian
best for
Bale's
Target
friends
and our
in
team members
Equilibrium.
is the ability to meet
Emotions
challenges.
have been outlawed at
They
Target.
bring out this fucking Bond villain who has like a,
What I
a
like
Persian
is
cat
stroking-
just off
He should be
screen.
stroking a small cat and be like, "Union, you say?"
Yeah, I'm going to wear the most trustworthy outfit, a turtleneck and a blazer. It's not at all what you wear when you're trying to pay for your son's private school tuition with cocaine.
Forget tuition. He looks like he's trying to blow up the moon.
Well, he had to wear a sport coat to hide the bulge from the shoulder holster. By the way, anybody else who could see my man looking like H.P. Lovecraft, AF. Like
My
if he
man
joined the
Mossad.
Marines. Like if he joined the Marines with the flat top.
What I love about this hard cut to Daniel Q. Pinkerton is like the store is Target, right? And they keep doing these bullet points about like Target will do this, Target, resolve. But they're just showing you the employee a target, and it's just like they're pointing a gun at you, basically.
Can we? I love that guy so much. I want to stay on him for a bit.
wait, keep
he,
going with
He
this.
learns bits of other languages just so he can call the cops on other people while he's on vacation. He's fucking
resolve
awesome.
issues, and grow the business together without the interference of a union or other third party. Third party representation trying to divide us is contrary to our company philosophy and beliefs.
Yes, sir.
Our team
Yes, sir.
environment
Yes.
strives to create a clear, direct
unity,
path of communication. We believe
One
in
superstore.
solving issues
I embrace
and
the new
concerns
order.
by working together. All of us, team members, team leaders, group leaders, supervisors, and
You two could
managers
be a Starship
will work
Trooper
together
at
to
Target.
ensure an environment
Service
open to
means
discussing
citizenship.
and resolving concerns.
The
Target celebrates the
Nothing
successes of team members
Neck
and
is
strives to
moving.
recognize
He's fucking
excellent
Max
performance.
Headroom.
We do these things because
Available in aisle 4, 100% pure grape juice.
That's the round version of the Golden Dawn logo.
Unions divide us, and they go against the Target policy of one Volk, one nation.
Man, I hope that guy's dead, but he's probably in Congress or something.
That guy
Is Undersecretary of Labor.
Yes.
Yeah, but like in Moldova.
No, right here, baby.
That guy is Sebastian Gorka's office manager now. They just have pleasant banter, but in their stupid voices. Greetings.
All right, next up is Target's slightly older cousin, Walmart. Let's see what.
All right.
Let's see what Walmart's.
The Red State Megastore.
Here we go.
The cultural signifier.
Oh, yeah,
Yep.
before I forget, my
Here you
friend
go.
Patrick told me that the actors in the Target ad are in the SAG, the Actors Union.
If you're on a
Oh, you're
set with
welcome.
them,
I'm
you're
glad I can
obligated
help.
to spit in the craft service before they can get to it.
That's one of the things I enjoy about this job. The way Walmart associates can really make a difference in someone's day. I also love that the people in this store are like a second family to me. We really pull together to take care of our customers and
I
each
love
other.
that the world's
It's not
biggest
just a place to get a
megastores
paycheck.
and Charles Manson have the same like attempt to fucking appeal to people. We're a family.
Yeah.
We're a family. Helter Skelter's coming.
Check. No matter how big the company gets, this place is special to us. It's special because of the people. And we all work here for different reasons. Some, like me, want a
Most of
steady,
us
secure
don't wanna die
job
in
with
the
benefits
streets.
and a safe work environment.
Some of us have
Some want to get
children with
promoted
birth
and go on
defects.
to long-term careers with Walmart. Some just need a part-time job. We have senior
Some just
citizens
like
and we
getting high
have
in the
students
loaded
working
dock.
to pay for school. You know, it's kind of amazing
love
when you
how they
think
bring
about
up
it.
the senior
I mean, all
readers,
of these
like,
different people with
There are old
different
people
goals.
that don't want to be grounded to Soylent, so they put themselves to work.
Some people enjoy putting on a vest and waiting for death.
It's somehow it all works. I guess that's what our founder, Sam Walton, had in mind from the start.
Yeah, okay, that's the other thing, is that all these videos, they all reference their glorious founder. Like it was always their dream to have their employees as their family.
Sam Walton, the Adolf Krupp of America.
Yeah, you know he thinks of his employees of his family because all of his descendants literally have a compound for their fucking family that you're not allowed on.
He invented a company song for Walmart that he made his employees sing every morning.
What?
You didn't know this?
No, I
No,
didn't
this
know.
is a fact. And he would go to Walmart's and lead the fucking company song. And it would involve him in front of an audience who were just trying to get through their fucking...
Yeah, and that song...
And he would lead them in a call and response thing of, give me a W, give me an A. He would do a YMCA thing, give me an L, give me a squiggly for the hyphen between Wal and Mart. Not kidding. Give me an M,
That
give me an
didn't
L.
age well.
RT. And they did it. And
Of
so
course they did. They
he
had
made
to.
them do it. That was fun for him.
We freak out about North Korea, but at least they have fucking style and like 9,000 gymnasts doing this shit.
Yeah, it's not just like a loading dock guy named Daryl who's
The hook to
on
the
a second divorce.
The hook to the famous Sam Walton song is still used today. It was "Push Me to the Edge." All my friends are dead.
All right, there's just one more
Is
thing.
Is that rap?
There's just one more thing from the Walmart video I want to share. Hold on.
Seriously, is that rap?
Yes. It's emotional rap, my favorite kind.
Who did it?
Lil Uzi Vert.
What?
What the hell kind of name is that? That's you.
I mean, I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong to ask that question. Uzi is a gun, I know that. But what the fuck is a vert? That's stupid.
Vertical.
Vertical what?
It sounds like Little Lucifer.
It
Yeah,
sucks.
that's right.
It's stupid.
All right, there's just one.
Stupid, and I hate
You
it.
don't like music at all. Like, I've never known you to listen to music.
Jesus, man. Roy Moore knows more about young people culture than you do.
Look, everybody knew what Young MC meant. That's all I'm saying.
Matt's favorite songs are all Civil War marches.
All right, there's just one more example from the
When
Walmart
Johnny
video
Comes
I
Marching
want to
Home
share.
is legitimately rousing. I'm sorry.
That's a good song, yeah.
Battle Hymn of the Republic is good.
Exactly.
Also made by Lil Uzi Vert.
Early associates. Plus, Walmart jobs are flexible jobs, giving associates the opportunity to balance our personal life with our work life.
We need you to touch all the food.
I just love that because they're like Walmart or flexible jobs, and the example they're giving is just the mindless tedium of just slightly straightening frozen food.
I love the opportunity at Walmart. If all the food is lined up perfectly parallel, I can be buried with Sam Walton. I can be a supervisor in the afterlife.
This next video, I'm going to just do only one selection from it. This gives the perspective from the other end. This is a training video from Lowe's that's designed for management to tell you what to do.
Real behind the scenes shit.
Yeah, what to do if there's union activity and how you should treat it.
We actually have to watch this because we are each other's managers.
Yeah, this is an open shop. Chapo, Trap House. Open house.
And management is on the other. It becomes a very divisive atmosphere with a breakdown in communication and cooperation, making it hard to be efficient and competitive. That's exactly the opposite of what Lowe's wants to establish in our business.
An Islamic State.
Union.
I do love that. They say unions are bad because they created a confrontational us versus them atmosphere. Almost as though our profits are due to the surplus value that we extract from our employees. And that there is an irresolvable conflict between labor, which demands the largest share possible of surplus value, and management, who also wants the largest share possible of surplus value, which is just nutty.
So it's like a super bad vibe. It's a vibes issue.
Yeah, it's like, why you gotta bring up old shit? You know? It's like, why you gotta bring up shit from the 18th Brumaire, okay? It's the 21st century.
Okay.
Hey guys, this is
Just watch some TED Talks.
Hey guys, this is management. I don't know if you read my pay spin, but the unions are creating a very toxic environment, and I'm not enjoying this anymore.
Okay, this next one is sort of a this is like the union horror story where they're going to show you like real footage of unions acting scary and bad.
This is sort of a proto James O'Keefe thing, where they went undercover to get the real dirt on the horrors of unions.
Not an argument. Not an argument. Don't applaud this. This is scary.
Like dangerous dog.
Can someone tell me where Michael Hunt is with Brian Winslow? I have a message for them. Where is Michael Hunt? Brian Winslow, I need to speak to you now. Where are you?
The ultimate effort in trying to make cool stuff look bad.
Yeah. It's like, don't join a union, you get to scream swears at your boss. That's a nightmare.
First of all,
You get to
all
wear a
of those
cool
men,
jacket.
All of those men possess a hog. All of those women, even larger hog.
Yeah, God forbid you join a union and you get everything that you want and your management fears you and you get to hang out with a bunch of cool guys who look like Eric Paddock, who's the coolest guy. The best brother in history.
You get a bitchin' mustache?
Yes, that's right. They were cool. They swore at their boss.
It's just a union benefit of the mustache.
Yes.
I just like that they all get cool jackets.
Yeah, that is an incredible
the Teamster
enticement.
logo is cool.
That's an incredible enticement.
Swag.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like only one guy in the retail company gets a cool outfit, which is like the Oberstführer general counsel guy that we saw. He only gets the cool turtleneck. You don't get anything else.
Okay, moving on. This was probably the most sophisticated effort, and this was put on by FedEx. And in this one, they've created a whole sort of narrative to go along with it. So let's just take a brief sample of this one. It takes place at a typical holiday cookout.
A David Mamet production.
Hot dogs and hamburgers. Should be steak. We ought to be celebrating.
You're celebrating?
Yeah, pussy.
Celebrating what?
Thursday. Thursday, man. We
I
get
like
the
this
association.
Pac Sun t-shirt
Couple
he's
months.
wearing now.
Money's going to be
Yeah, it's
rolling
fucking cool.
in a couple months tops.
Hey, you think so?
Damn straight.
Yeah. Well, me,
Cleaning a grill,
I was
the
looking
thing
no
that
condos
men
on the
do.
shore or nothing
Clean
like that next
grills
week, you know what I
all
mean?
day.
Meaning what?
Socially, they
meaning
clean
that I
grills.
don't think that your little union is going to be winning on Thursday.
Jeez, man.
Union,
You still holding
forget
out?
about it.
Yeah. It's like you say. Damn straight.
I'm working
fun.
here. I don't need no collective bargaining. It's a drool.
This is important because it shows the women, too.
Don't talk over women,
It
Will.
does not
As long
pass
as
the
there's
Bechdel
plenty of
test.
these Jersey tomatoes to go on the burgers, you know?
That and enough Yingling. You know, we went to Canals. We got everything covered.
Hey, we got to know around here to get a beer, huh?
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
How am I doing? You kidding me? Maria's out of town at her mother's. It's like I'm on vacation.
Yeah? Well, we'll tell you said that.
Yeah, you're just a woman who would.
Here, take these with you.
Sure. For a cold one.
Oh, sure. How's your mom?
Tough as nails. Same as ever.
Good. Tell her I said hi.
All right, I will.
Incredibly narrative driven.
Okay.
This is like an anti-Ken Loach film. It's the opposite
what's
of
this?
a Ken Loach movie.
Oh,
Hey,
you
this is
know,
good.
it's the tape that the company sent about the union elections.
Yeah, we got one. Steve tossed it in the trash.
You didn't watch it?
What?
Yeah, Steve says it's a bunch of company
you don't watch
BS.
every VHS you
Pete and
got?
I watched it. And you need to see what's on this tape.
Steve had to watch something. Steve had
You're
to watch
saying
something
we'd be
called G
better off
Gundam.
keeping things just as
Watching that video is like 7 days, only at the end of it, you're a collective bargaining rights guy.
I'm working on a wiki that encompasses all the characters in that thing.
It's a dizzying array, and they all have rich backstory.
I ship Steve and the other guy.
I think they're going to make it work.
Yeah.
What I love about the scene between the wives is she goes, "What? You didn't watch the VHS you got in the mail, the company VHS?" But what's sophisticated about this is it carries on with this narrative where with the guys grilling outside, and one of them wants to go union, and the sensible one doesn't. But then it cuts back to the wives, and they have this sort of film within a film thing. So gormless expressions from the guys. Oh, the neighbor comes over.
For years,
Oh, here we go.
FedEx Home Delivery has struggled to become a player in the small package delivery business.
We're not players.
Home
We just
delivery
cross the line.
contractors have sweated and broken their backs
That's
to
rap,
develop
right?
their service areas and customer bases into ever-growing and profitable independent businesses.
You wanted me to see this? Just keep watching.
Wait for it.
BS. Be quiet.
Turn it off! Turn it off!
First, the only game in town was
Hold your
UPS,
talking.
but independent
That was UPS. This is FedEx. Do you see? Do you see now? You are witnessing to a great becoming, Stacy. The becoming of a non-union workplace.
Look, just watch the video, and then maybe you and your husband will decide that you want FedEx to be a third in your relationship.
Just watch the video, and maybe in 7 days you won't have to vote at all.
It's very sophisticated, the film within a film. I think this was directed by Michel Gondry.
Mise en
Yeah, you can tell because it fucking
That's
sucks.
right.
Okay. The next video, moving out of...
What about Janae, Felix? The guy who did Amelie and all that. Bad? Sucks?
Man, Amelie, I wanted to watch a movie about someone who, like, acts weird in a cafe. Sounds good, man. Watch real movies like Gattaca, the recut of Dune that I found on Vimeo, and the Dragon Ball Z highlights set to Hobson songs. Those are my 3 favorite movies.
Now,
So if you've wisely chosen not to join a union, there are a lot of other opportunities you can have in work life.
and you'll learn special skills on the job, as you will see in this next video.
As long as cumbersome union organizations doesn't prevent you from being cross-trained.
Your other shift duties. We'll begin with your second shift duty, greeting and serving guests.
Good evening. Find enough to eat today? Boy, I'll say. Well, that's great. Would you care for ham or beef? A little both, I think.
These guys went method for this
Making
one.
friendly conversations like this is a big part of greeting and serving guests. At other buffet-style restaurants, guests often feel they're on their own. Once they've
Yeah, it's almost like that's
no
why
one
people
pays much
go to
attention to them.
buffets.
At Old Country Buffet,
I don't know, though. There's
we work
2
hard to make
different
sure
islands.
our
Which one do I
guests
start
never
with?
feel that way. As a carver, you spend a little more time with guests than other team members. That means you have a great chance to make them feel welcome and
They
appreciated.
definitely want to hang out
By
with you.
greeting the guest warmly and
Oh, thank God, someone to
conversations
talk
as
to.
you serve them.
Act like
You
the weed
say,
dealer
"Hey,
that everyone hates.
Buffet where everyone
glad
is
you're
sad.
I
Let's
haven't
take a
seen my
closer look at
daughter
greeting
for 3
guests.
years. At least I can
Every
talk to the
conversation
carver.
you hold with guests should.
I'm just saying, like, if he was born in Kenya, he should just say it.
Hi, how are you?
Once you've greeted the guest, start a brief conversation.
You heard that the UN
Try
is trying to
asking a question
sterilize
the guest
us?
can answer in a instant or 2. You might ask something like this.
All right, so these are the suggested
still
things
hot
to
So they
say.
called them on the phone to not come into work.
Did you catch a game last night?
Or this.
Have you tried the lasagna? It's my favorite.
Don't forget to hold quick conversations with our younger guests, too. Children often
Watermelon,
play a big
Jello,
part in
and
deciding
roast
which
beef
restaurant
is what
their
was on
parents
that
visit.
plate. Just so
We
you
want
know.
them to feel
That's the
welcome
CrossFit
and
diet.
special here, too.
How to talk to
Start
children.
conversations with children by saying something
Number
like this.
17, befriend
What grade
children.
are you in at school?
Or this.
Have you decided what dessert you're going to have?
Or
You ever watch Gladiator
Do you eat
movies?
hot fudge sundaes?
Once you've held a brief conversation, it's time to move on to the second half of this shift duty, serving the guests. Begin by asking,
Would you go for some ham or beef?
Ham, please.
once guests have chosen what meat they want, you'll carve a slice of it.
How come the Americans with
Exactly
Disabilities
what
Act doesn't
size
cover
of slice you'll
manlets?
serve will be a judgment call on your part, unless the guest makes a special request. We don't limit the can have. We do, however, manage it to reduce.
We don't limit how much it is,
Here are
but we
some
reserve the
guidelines
right to
for knowing
judge
how
you
much
for
meat
getting
to
too
serve a
much.
guest.
This is great.
When your guest
Look how appetizing that plate looks.
What is that?
I love a good wet meal.
Lay it over the bare portion.
I
of
can't
the
wait
plate.
to never eat again after this.
Children usually prefer smaller portions. Carve them a
Not my
smaller
kids. My kids are fucking carbo loading.
If your
We're gonna
guest's
make the
plate
goddamn
looks
team
like
this year.
quarter cut or a half cut of the meat the guest requests. Sometimes guests will tell you exactly what size of cut or number of pieces they want.
Sometimes
Other
they'll give
guests
you a
will
riddle
ask
and
you
they'll
to
kill
carve
you
a
if you
slice
don't
thicker than our
cut it in
usual
the
dime
exact dimensions they say.
These guests all feel they're getting more when getting a thicker cut. Actually, the thin cut ensures them a tender piece of meat, which is why we carve dime thicknesses.
That's why it
If a guest asks,
They're not trying to
Wait.
restrict the amount of meat you fucking hogs
say something like
consume.
this.
I'd be glad to carve you that. Thinner slices are more tender, though. Would that be all right? You can always come back up for more.
Okay.
Of course.
I love the way they teach you to game people.
Use Kino and negging to reduce the amount of beef that you have to give to your disgusting hoglet customers.
As a carver, you're a victim to bone law like anyone else. But you can demonstrate your value and overcome the feel when no GF.
Okay, now the next two videos in this series, I think pair very well together, and they are, I think, on their own, sort of a diptych that I like to call the soul of man under capitalism.
Yes. This is your lives. If you work, if you're at the mercy of an employer, this is your life.
And also, trigger warning, it's about to get very disturbing. These are based on, there is a chain of sort of theatrical...
Don't you fucking talk about a thing I had to tell all of you about.
Okay, well, I'm the host. I'm trying to,
I was the only guy who remembered this.
Host.
We were watching these YouTubes, and these guys were like, what is this thing? And I said, what, you guys don't remember Showbiz Pizza?
Oh, I do.
Of course you do, fellow Midwesterner.
A place to be a kid,
Exactly.
motherfucker.
Because before they were gobbled up by Charles Entertainment Cheese, Showbiz Pizza was a rival animatronic children's games and pizza restaurant. There were two of them at one point, until that one was gobbled by the other, which you kind of assume was about to happen, but has now led to a monopoly.
I was not aware of this acquisition.
Yes.
I just knew that one day it was a different
No,
thing.
it got taken over by Chuck E. Cheese, which means we really need to press for antitrust legislation. Because the idea that we're at the mercy of one conglomerate for pizza and animatronic-based hijinks is not an America I want to live in.
It is ridiculous that one rat controls all of our children's dreams.
There was a time in this country where if you wanted to have your birthday party with animatronic friends, you could choose between a band led by a bear and a band led by a mouse. Now, your only choice is the mouse. That is not acceptable in America.
I don't know how you made him into Reptevia, but that was brilliant.
All right. So let's get into this, the long-lost Showbiz...
I know I'm really enjoying staring at this piece of meat.
Here we go.
I was using positive visualization.
It's always nice to use the same font as the serial killer snuff films.
For whom the bear tolls.
Oh my God!
This videotape will introduce you to the new interactive animation capabilities
Chaos
at Showbiz
reigns.
Pizza Place. With the addition of an easy-to-operate control board, a control booth, and a sound system, it is now possible for me to talk to all my friends. I can tell them their names.
Me to feel pain?
This is actually the most recent Kanye.
I don't get it.
Stories answer their
That's Kim Kardashian's husband,
I can
right?
do
toys
just
and
about
children's
anything a
things.
real person can do, and it would make a visit so much more enjoyable to Showbiz. Well, now that control system, that gives the operator control over a character just about as much.
Free will is a pathetic illusion.
It's like they took the soothing inflection of Bob Ross and made it really ominous.
Wait, keep playing. The key word here is control.
Let's take a look at that complete control board, which makes me
control.
function.
This is the original
board
draft of the
consists two
architect in the
hand-controlled
Matrix.
discs for my body movements and various other buttons and switches which control different stage effects. Okay, let's look at each of the controls for my body movements.
People don't know this, but this is half of H.R.
By using
Geiger's
the right
career.
hand control in this manner, you can tilt my head up, like this.
I'm Attorney General Jeff Sessions.
By depressing the right-hand control in this direction, my head tilts left.
Here we see the cruel parody of free will. The bear thinks that he controls his limbs, but in fact there's a man in a booth who has control of his life in a way he will never understand.
My head will turn to the left, like this.
He will beg for a death that will never come.
I just love watching Tiesto do
If you
his
rotate
thing.
the right hand is counterclockwise, my head will turn to the right.
No matter what, though, my eyes will be blinking the Morse code for kill me.
By moving my eyes to the left.
All right, this is the best one.
We need to use that as the gift for side-eye clapback.
My eyelids to raise, like this. Hitting the eyes right button on the right-hand control.
That's for when your older
Here we go.
sister's looking like a snack.
My mouth can be controlled by the mouth button on the right-hand control.
Yo, what that mouth do?
Or by the foot pedal. Switching to the left hand.
I can open my mouth, but somehow I cannot scream.
I mean, we're all making fun of this, but this is the same technology that controlled Boris Yeltsin for the last 3 years of his life.
There's something about that video that I just find so eerie and just like that feel when you have a job.
Oh, really? I was very comfortable.
I'm playing that for my young cousins at
That's
Thanksgiving
my
to help them go to
ASMR
sleep.
now.
Okay.
I was disturbed because I was like, I saw the bear and I was like, I wish I was that cool. I wish I was him. Women want to be with him, men want to be him.
You can play a musical instrument?
Yeah. He's in a band, he's cool.
He's Ursa Alpha.
Yeah.
He was cool. Thousands of dollars of pizza. Count! Woo! We're never going to stop doing that, by the way.
Never. We don't care how much people get sick of it.
So, as Matt alluded to earlier, Showbiz Pizza was eventually
absorbed by the Comet food group. By Podesta Food Partners.
So you guys liked Billy Bob and his sort of humorless, his sort of humorous pantomime of life, right?
Yeah. His sad parody of human existence.
It's about to get even worse with probably the most incredibly bone-chilling phrase I've ever come across, that of concept unification.
Concept unification.
All right, here we go.
When the walls go up and the drones start murdering the undesirables, it'll be called concept unification. We got to unify some concepts like resources and humans.
All right, we're going to unify concepts. All right, babe.
This is the video that was
Welcome
given
to the Concept Unification installation tape. The purpose of this tape is to give you a brief overview of the installation process. This tape is meant to supplement the installation manual, not replace
Very
it.
Lynchian music
If you have
choice.
any questions about measurements or placement,
This is how to
please
basically
refer to
break
the manual.
down the Showbiz band and integrate it into
Have your
the
Chuck E. Cheese neon
band.
sign installed. It take approximately an hour to complete. With your prep work now complete, it's time to begin the installation process. First, remove all props such as
When you're
Choo-Choo's
done,
tree,
she keeps unifying the concept.
Billy Bob's lamp, Billy Bob's campfire,
How fucked up this is. They're taking everything
Billy
away
Bob's
from
can,
him.
all rocks
Why can't
and
someone
flowers,
make a city that
and
works?
destroy all of these props as they
The
will
key
not be
is
used.
to strip the subject of all social reference so that they
Next,
are a
unbolt
completely
and remove the fastest
contextless
organ from the
neoliberal
center
blob.
stage. This prop will be used.
That's Duterte. This is for...
Now
That was
find
his
the
first
main
killing.
airlines that feed the characters and disconnect the quick connectors from the oilers for both center stage and stage left.
Why are they using a score
Now, Mitzi.
composed by someone?
here we go.
who-
Look at this guy.
Holy
Starting
shit.
with the
Hi,
sweater,
buddy. No, what? Where'd your shirt go?
wig,
No, what?
dicky,
Oh,
mask,
no!
ears,
Oh, my God!
Holy shit.
The
pigtail
flesh
down.
has fallen from the mask. The day of reckoning is here.
All right, here's
First
Billy.
overall.
No! His pants!
Then mask,
No!
body fur, hands,
everyone knows that
Left foot
apocalypse
and foam
technically
ankles.
means to make manifest that which was hidden.
And then his right foot, which will need to be unfolded.
Now, this is what happens when someone sees God's real face.
One of the four beasts saying, "Welcome to Showbiz Pizza."
Remove his mat.
Oh my god.
So yeah, that's
That's
everyone.
legitimately the first time I saw that, and I need to go lay down.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Allow them to strip the flesh from your body.
This is my first time finding out that they weren't real bears. I'm like, pretty upset
fine,
right now.
Felix.
I'm not doing the second show.
They made it into lampshades.
And Billy Bob. And Billy Bob the Bear said unto Chuck E. Cheese, "Come and see."
But I mean, you couldn't get a
Is
better.
This Not a Bear by Primo Levi?
You could not get a better fucking metaphor for life as a neoliberal subject.
Why were they
They want to
literally
take away your
using
background, your context, your community,
an
turn you
electronic
into
score to Leningrad? What the fuck was that music?
just to turn you into just a disembodied, disaffected tube of circuits that they could put anywhere.
They just showed John Carpenter that footage, and we're like, we're not going to stop until you write us a score.
Okay. The final stop on our viewing series is we showed you what it's like to
have your concept unified.
Yeah. We showed you what it's like to
All
be.
concepts will be unified. Do not resist unification.
Yeah. But there's a way out, everybody. If you don't want your boss to control your life and to be alienated by labor, you can always become your own small business owner.
And one way to do that is with, of course, a franchise. You can sort of glom on to something
Then you
that's already...
get to exploit and dehumanize others, which is the best you can hope for in this hell realm.
Friends, we are announcing the Chapo Trap House franchise series. For only $150,000, you can franchise your own podcast from our network.
Or you can be our unpaid interns.
In the afterlife.
So here we go. This is a promotional video on being a franchise owner.
Hell yes.
The Sizzler in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, when I was growing up, killed someone.
What, like it gained sentience and ran out into the night and stabbed someone in their sleep?
Just gave him E. coli the old-fashioned way.
Song is growing stronger every day.
Little girl baseball player.
Stop looking at me.
Tells us when
Old sea captain and little
That is
girl.
not his granddaughter. He's not related to that girl.
I admit it, I wasn't really at Dunkirk.
we can make the choices. We will make the most of
They only had 2 locations, a baseball field and a marina.
If anybody's seen the parallax view, this is the montage when you join the corporation.
Yo, this shit fucking bangs.
reaching out across the USA. Each and every day, get a little freedom here.
Sailor, another sailor.
Hell yeah. Look, get a little freedom in your life. Get some freedom.
Oh yeah, when that drop comes.
A quiet revolution has been taking place.
Cut down the tall trees.
More and more,
Destroy the
parents
Houthis.
are working and raising families. Life seems to be moving faster than ever.
Colonel
And
Oliver
Americans
North.
have rediscovered, are redefining what's
Life
really
seems to be
important in their
moving
lives.
faster than ever. Don't
They want
question it.
quality in
Buy
their
a
personal life,
Sizzler.
in their
It's
business
your
life,
only escape.
in the goods they purchase, and in the food they eat. They want good, basic home cooking, quality food, and they want choices, variety, all at a reasonable
Unlike
price.
people in the old days who just
Americans
want
want
one thing in a restaurant.
Sizzler brings the choices that you've been looking
This
for.
dude has fucking
When I was
bars.
a kid, I went to a hot dog stand and had one hot dog, and if you didn't get there in time, you didn't get it.
Much more by holding
You're probably watching this video because you did too much cocaine and you took out a bank loan.
Yeah, you and your friends got suited up and decided to start a restaurant.
You're trying to rescue your marriage with the small business. They made that kid. Same couple.
Sizzler or buy a gun.
Every person in this video witnessed the death of R. Bud Dwyer.
Oh, they're having an affair. Hold on.
Side piece! Side piece! That's a side piece!
Wholesome American
Gumar mindset.
fresh fish, a variety
He
of
takes me to Sizzler.
wonderful
I know he's
hot
going to leave his wife any day now.
tantalizing combination blends.
He doesn't even get the
Back with a
buffet. We order off the
glorious
menu.
cleaning service. Sizzler.
On Thursday nights, we took our Gumars out to Sizzler.
With two completely different dining experiences. in
Friday night
one
was the
restaurant.
wives, but Saturday night at the Sizzler
With
was
a
always
variety
for the
of distinctive
girlfriend.
platters served at your table. And the buffet court, a whole experience on its own, where you create delicious combinations.
A whole
just
experience
the
on
way
its own,
you
like
want
taking
them.
DMT.
It's a restaurant within a
You're
restaurant.
in Sizzler.
with all
You're
the
immortal.
value,
You have
quality,
power over
and
everyone
freedom
who's
of
ever
choice
wronged you.
Americans want. It's
At
unique.
Sizzler, you can
It's bold.
speak the true
It's ahead
voice
of the
of God.
competition. Sizzler for the 90s. Exactly.
That's a very like
what
biblical
America
light
wants.
from behind the light. I mean, like there's no light source here.
Here we go. This is the big finale.
Holy shit.
That's one moist motherfucker.
We're gonna meet.
What is with the watermelon?
That
What a
child had
watermelon.
never eaten watermelon before.
This is all B-roll from the Blossom intro.
Now you do your duty. Kill Robert Kennedy.
Yay! Get ready for the big climax, guys. Hold up. Wait for it.
Sizzler.
Yeah!
Hell yeah,
Let
dude.
the beat drop.
Those were all the Israelis that were seen dancing as the towers fell.
So that's life doing work, having a job.
Good luck,
Right.
everyone.
Yeah. I think you know what? DJ, let's run this back. Hold on.
Chapo.
Chapo. I need to hear that Kmart song again. Bump that shit.
I get up, I get out of bed. Hell yeah.
We're Chapo Trap House, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, the Bell House. Thank you, Brooklyn.
That I got a good job, I'm making good pay, but that's not really